Catherine exudes confidence as the princess greets First Lady of Ukraine at state reception. King Charles and Queen Camilla hosted a reception at Buckingham Palace for world leaders gathered in London ahead of the state funeral for Queen Elizabeth. Heads of state and official overseas guests attend the event on Sunday at Buckingham Palace, which marked the first time Charles and Camilla met many of the world's most powerful players since becoming king and queen consort. Amongst the attendees were over 30 members of overseas royalty, such as King Philip and Queen Mathilde of Belgium, and Prince Albert and Princess Charlene of Monaco, as well as world leaders including U.S. President Joe Biden and French President Emmanuel Macron. Guests were asked to wear lounge suits and morning dress rather than ball gowns and white tie, as would usually be expected at a state event at the palace. The reception took place in the picture gallery and state apartments and included drinks and canopies. In particular, First Lady of Ukraine Olena Zelenska paid her respects to the Queen lying in state at Westminster Hall before a reception with the Princess of Wales at Buckingham Palace. Shortly after the Queen's death, Zelensky tweeted, "It is with deep sadness that we learned of the death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. On behalf of the Ukrainian people, we extend sincere condolences to the entire UK and the Commonwealth over this irreparable loss." Kate Middleton and Olena Zelenska greeted each other at a special reception hosted by King Charles at Buckingham Palace on Sunday evening. Downing Street had previously declined to confirm reports that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's wife would travel to the UK for the funeral. Both Middleton and Zelensky wore long black dresses as they sat speaking with each other at either side of a fireplace. Ms. Zelenska was earlier spotted entering Westminster Hall, where the late monarch is currently lying in state, just minutes before U.S. President Joe Biden also arrived to pay his respects. As she contemplated the solemn occasion, her expression was somber and she bowed her head in respect. Ms. Zelenska stayed in the hall for several minutes as members of the British public filed past below. She made the journey to the UK after her husband took time out from organizing his country's fight back against Russia to sign a book of condolence for the Queen. Meanwhile, Kate and her husband, Prince William, have previously said they stand with all of Ukraine's people. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge previously offered words of support for Ukraine in a statement shared on their joint Kensington Royal Twitter account. Quote, "In October 2020, we had the privilege of meeting President Zelensky and the First Lady to learn of their hope and optimism for Ukraine's future. Today, we stand with the President and all of Ukraine's people as they bravely fight for that future." As for Kate, adding a sentimental touch to her dark attire, she slipped on the Queen's three-strand pearl necklace, which she previously wore to receive the monarch's coffin at Buckingham Palace. A pair of classic pearl earrings also caught the attention of fans, which also touchingly belonged to the late monarch. Of course, Princess Kate looked serene as always, sporting a carefully tailored jacket featuring metallic button-down detailing, button cuffs, a stiff upright collar, long sleeves, a sharp silhouette, and a midnight black hue. She paired the military-inspired item with a sleek black skirt that fell just below her knees. The Princess of Wales was the picture of compassion today as she chatted with sorrowful dignitaries from the Commonwealth during a special lunch at Buckingham Palace, with the help of the new King, Queen Consort, Prince of Wales, Earl of Wessex, and Princess Royal. The event was a precursor to tomorrow's reception of the century, which will see 500 world leaders, presidents, and royals gather at the palace in honor of the Queen, ahead of her historic state funeral on Monday.